On introduction, hello everyone and welcome to this presentation. Today I will talk about the article How to Describe a New Species in Zoology and Avoid Mistakes, published in 2024 by Braby, Hasso and Lammers in the Zoological Journal of the Linnaean Society. In this video I will explain the importance of taxonomy and systematics in zoology, the challenges in describing new species, the common mistakes scientists make, and the best practices recommended by the authors. This topic is essential because species descriptions are the foundation of biodiversity research, conservation, and evolutionary studies. Background: why taxonomy and systematics matter. Taxonomy is the branch of science that discovers, describes, names, and classifies species and higher taxa. Systematics goes further. It studies the evolutionary relationships among organisms and reconstructs their history. Without taxonomy and systematics, scientific communication becomes chaotic. As the authors state, without taxonomy to give shape to the bricks and systematics to tell us how to put them together, the house of biological science is a meaningless jumble. Accurate taxonomy allows biologists to identify organisms correctly, compare biodiversity across regions, build phylogenetic trees, and support conservation policies. In short, taxonomy and systematics are the backbone of biological science. The problem: more species descriptions, but also more mistakes. In recent decades, the number of zoological species descriptions has increased dramatically. However, this growth has also brought a significant rise in taxonomic malpractice. Many researchers publish descriptions that do not follow the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature, also known as the ICZN. Some of the most common issues include failing to review previous literature, not examining type specimens, providing weak or incomplete diagnoses, forming names incorrectly, or failing to register new taxa in Zoobank. When these mistakes occur, species names can become invalid, confusing, or duplicated. This complicates conservation efforts, research, and biodiversity databases. 4. Best practices proposed by the article. 3 Min. The authors present a detailed set of guidelines for anyone who wants to describe a new zoological species properly. Here are the most important recommendations. 1. Read and understand the ICN code. Before naming a new species, the researcher must be familiar with the rules about availability, publication, typification, and construction of names. 2. Conduct a thorough review of primary taxonomic literature. This includes all previous descriptions, revisions, and keys related to the group. This step helps avoid rediscovering species that are already known. 3. Examine type specimens. Whenever possible, scientists should study the holotype and associated type material. Type specimens are the reference point that defines what a species is. 4. Provide a clear and complete diagnosis. A diagnosis is the set of characters that distinguish the new species from all other species. It must be unambiguous and based on morphology, molecular data, or both. 5. Follow the rules for naming a new species. This includes correct Latin grammar, gender agreement, and avoiding homonyms or names that already exist. 6. Register the new species in Zoobank. Zoobank registration ensures that the name is officially recognized and traceable. 7. Avoid common errors. Some frequent mistakes include describing species from photographs only, failing to compare the new species with closely related taxa, providing incomplete geographic information, publishing in non-scientific or invalid outlets, and ignoring contradictory data. Following these practices increases scientific quality, avoids future confusion, and strengthens the reliability of taxonomy. 5. These standards are essential, approximately equal to 2 minutes. Following taxonomic standards ensures validity. The species name is officially recognized under the ICN. Reproducibility. Other researchers can examine the material and confirm the description. Scientific integrity. Clear, accurate descriptions contribute to long-term knowledge. Conservation value. Newly described species may need legal protection. This requires valid names. Global communication. Consistent taxonomy avoids confusion across regions and languages. In biodiversity-rich countries, proper taxonomy is critical for protecting endangered species. Connection to modern systematics, approximately equal to 2 minutes. Modern systematics is no longer based solely on morphology. Instead, it integrates molecular data, DNA sequences, and biogeography, ecology, behavior, and even bioacoustics. This is known as taxonomy. The authors highlight that while molecular tools are useful, they must support, not replace, rigorous comparative morphology and propertification. A good species description combines traditional taxonomy with modern systematic approaches. Common pitfalls and scientific errors approximately equal to 2 minutes. The article identifies several mistakes that taxonomists frequently make. 1. Poor literature review. Without checking earlier studies, researchers may describe a species that already has a name. 2. Lack of type specimen examination. Relying on photographs, drawings, or superficial comparisons leads to incorrect conclusions. 3. Weak or missing diagnoses. A species must be clearly distinguishable. If the diagnosis is vague, the name becomes useless. 4. Incorrect name formation. Incorrect Latin endings, duplicated names, or grammatical errors can invalidate a species name. 5. Publishing in invalid outlets. Some journals or digital platforms do not meet ICN standards, meaning the species name has no official standing. The authors warn that these errors damage scientific credibility and